Hello, hello, y'all. It's your girl, Shauna Ray. And guess what? We are back. We are back, and it is time for a little bit of boss talk.
Boss Talk. It's time for Boss Talk.
Oh, one of a kind.
Boss Talk. Boss Talk with Shauna Ray. 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 It's time for Shauna Ray. Boss Talk.
Well, hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Shauna Ray, and we are here with a little bit of boss talk because we were planning to come back big and strong and live and loud, and we got intercepted by the California fires. So I did want to just come on for a little bit and say hello. I miss y'all. It's been a long time. We have been on hiatus since October 21st because I was in San Diego. I was stationed in San Diego doing a little strike work, helping out with the Kaiser strike. And I have been back for a while. That was a lot of really hard work, y'all. And yeah, it was pretty intense. I want to shout out the Kaiser workers because y'all are rock stars if y'all do that every day, year round, because it was a system that I was not accustomed to, not expecting. We were seeing 7 to 9 clients a week, all kinds of mental health presentations. It was a lot, y'all, a lot. So anyway, to my brothers and sisters who are still out there doing the strike work, shout out to y'all. Peace and love to Tan Moore. Peace and love to my little Brittany Watkins. Peace and love to Perry Naz Basiri, who is now stationed in LA from San Diego. So just a shout out to all my peeps who are out there doing the hard work. Shout out to Candy, who is out there still, I think. Shout out to Makeda, who I think she has come on back home, but everybody who was out there doing that work. And again, shout out to the workers who are striking because our hearts are with you as we took care of your clients. And we hope you get what you need and deserve, truly deserve. But where y'all from? Where y'all calling or watching from? Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, it's been a long time. So shout me out in the chat and tell me where you are in the world. I am in right now. I'm in Encino, California, and I got to tell y'all, I had to leave my house up in Lakeview Terrace today because it is well, let's see, what do we have? We have fires 6 miles northwest of us, and if the wind shifts, that could be a real problem. We have really poor air quality, and most importantly, we do not have electricity. Hey, Susan, thank you, sis, for tuning in. We're trying to stay safe. I came to the office because, well, a couple things. I was bored. I had no internet, no television, and that was not making me happy because today is my day off. So I was planning to watch lots of good television, all my movies on my brand new 85-inch television, but no, didn't get to do that today. So came to my office where there's heat, where there's internet and lights, and yeah, and I think we are going to probably hold up in a hotel tonight because everybody trying to be. I mean, I do love my husband, and it's fun to be in the dark with him in the warmth. But I don't know if the two of us can generate enough heat to keep us warm all night. Yeah, we probably could, but anyway, that's a whole nother Oprah. But I So I am, like I said, I'm 7 miles away from the fire, and the internet is and the electricity is out intermittently throughout the San Fernando Valley, which is where I live. And so it's a pretty serious situation out here. My producer, Crystal, we want to keep our prayers out for Crystal because she is not actually she is has evacuated um, in her area. So just want to tell y'all that it is crazy, crazy out here. Hey, Inglewood in the house. Gwendolyn, welcome back. Yes, I hail from Inglewood, California. Say 85-inch. Yes, I am so proud of my television. I got to tell y'all, it is the Frame TV. It is the Samsung Frame television. And so I have any kind of artwork that I choose that I get to put up on my television when I am not watching that bad girl. She's bad. Let me tell you, she is really bad. And so I just also want to shout out Marlena Martin. Hi, girl, checking in from LA San Gabriel Valley, 7 miles away from south of one of the fires. Yes, and you are south of Pasadena and that sort of thing. So definitely want to shout you out. I hope you are safe. Please be safe. And when it comes time that you must evacuate, please do not hesitate. Get the heck up out of there. I want to send some prayers and love and be really, really mindful to shout out those who have actually lost their homes over in the Pacific Palisades. There are fires in Topanga. There's some fires in Woodland Hills, Sylmar, like I said, right down the street from me, and in Pasadena area and Altadena. I think that one is called the Eaton Fires. The Hearst Fire is the one near me, and then the Pacific Palisades. So just prayers and lots of love going out to all of those out there. Yes, gotta love the Samsung Large TV for sure. And we are staying safe. Amen. Altadena, friends lost homes. Oh, my heart, Susan, my heart goes out to you and your friends. And shout out to, my sister has some friends who have lost their homes out in the Palisades. And this is just a really, really crazy and difficult and strange time because I know that I want to send some love to those on the East Coast because I know Atlanta, the East Coast South, Atlanta's having some inclement weather over there. It's really cold. One of my sorors, heater went out in 24 degrees. And so, we don't have heat here, but it was 65, 70 almost today here in Los Angeles County in the Valley. But this is a really hard time because, we expect inclement weather, but when the fires take on, there's something very different about that. People like me who have respiratory issues, I want to say to those of you who have compromised respiratory situations, please stay inside. I have asthma, so when I go out, I am masked to the hilt to just keep myself breathing well. So just please, if wherever you are out there in the United States and the world, please pray for California because we on fire out here, y'all. And this is also it. What happens is when we have one fire, it actually turns into two, and it turns into three, and that's what we're dealing with now. Because even if the fire is over here, when the winds, we had up to 100-mile gusts of wind last night, which is why my electricity in my area is out. Over 3,000 acres have burned in the Palisades. In the fire in Sylmar, it started out late last night, and right now over 707 acres are gone. So please check on your elderly neighbors, your elderly relatives, and just make sure that they have what they need because these are some hard times. And on the mental health side, I want to say, please take care of your mental health during these times. If you are praying, people, please stay prayed up, meditate, breathe. Breath work is so important at all times, but especially at times that are anxiety provoking, like these fires can be, like cold weather can be, like losing, some of the necessities that you need to live. Like, I am concerned. We went to the grocery store a couple days ago, and now our refrigerator is off. You know what I mean? And so, um, be sure to get gasoline. I had to go fill my car up. I was only at a quarter tank, which is not something I like to do, but I went and got gas today, filled up my car. Fill up your cars, make sure that you have, if you have a generator, if you have neighbors who have generators, please share, y'all. Be taking care of one another. I was listening to the radio, and a young lady on the radio said that she was so proud of her neighborhood and her neighbors, and that people have been checking in on her, and that her neighbor said he had an extra generator and that she could have it when she got home. And people are checking on people's animals and all of that kind of stuff, because if you have animals too, don't leave them outside, because this air is bad for us as humans. It is bad for our furry little friends as well. I know my next door neighbor's dogs are always barking and barking. They're quiet, so I am trusting that they have been kind enough to bring their animals inside, and I'm happy about that. Gwendolyn says, our 75-inch Samsung ceiling mount, my favorite also. Yes, I have an asthmatic in our home too, and hubby was very sensitive, sinuses. I have filled his briefcase up with N95 masks. Yes, absolutely, sister. Take care of my brother. And yes, all of that. And let's see. Oh, hey, sis. Kalita Soror says she's praying for you in New York. Be safe, Soror. Absolutely, my sister. Thank you. Thank you. So I know that from wherever we are, we have different kinds of emergencies that are going on. And so if you're out there, what are some of the tips that you have? Californians about the fires, East Coasters about the inclement, the cold and all of that. What are some tips that y'all can provide in the chat for anybody who happens to tune in now and even after we are off of the air tonight? So go ahead and put some of your tips in. I know that, the other thing that we have to worry about here in California is earthquakes. So do you have your earthquake preparedness kit? I used to laugh at that stuff and be like, oh, come on. But no, I'm very serious and understanding now that we have to take care of these things. We have to be ready. My sister says, be ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that is key. Being wise enough to be prepared and knowing what you need. One of the things is making sure that you know where all your important documents are, because if you have to evacuate, sadly, as too many Californians have learned, you may not come back to a home. You may leave and your home may be gone. There are homes that have been burned to the ground. I believe that Pacific Palisades High School may have been burned and is no longer there. So just take a minute and think about that. Like, know where your business documents are, where your birth certificates are, where your insurance documents are. Keep them in a space, in a place. And for all of my ADHDers out there, where organization is not our strong suit, this is so important that you take a moment and put everything in one place, and then put in your phone where you put that thing. So I am learning how to manage and work best with my neurodivergent, beautiful brain. And so I want to shout out anybody out there who has that as an issue. Don't let it become a hindrance. It is your superpower. But if we don't take care and make sure that we take the right steps to make it work like a superpower, then we might have a problem. So I do want to say, be sure that you know where your things are and can get to them in any kind of emergency. We got here. Girls Like Me Global says, charge all your devices, turn refrigerators and freezers on high to keep food from spoiling in case of power outages in your area. That is absolutely correct. And I'm happy to say that I did that before I left early this morning when I got up and it was no lights. The other thing, I'm going to leave that up for a minute for anybody that needs to get that information. One of the things that I will shout out, and y'all need to know I'm not getting paid for this, but I'm going to do a little advertisement. Shout out to Burton Richardson, better known, aka The Voice, who was the voice of many of the things that we watch all the time, but he used to be the voice most recently of The Family Feud. And Burton is my neighbor, and he told me that he has a device that he uses that not only can charge his phones in this kind of a situation, but also it will boost your battery if you need your battery boosted. It will inflate your tires if you need to get air in your tires, and it's called the Loki Thor. That's LOKITHOR JA301 jump starter with air compressor. And I got to tell you, it is on order. I will have one on Friday morning because I will not be caught like this again. When I left my house this morning, I had 1% left because I fell asleep last night before I got to put my phone on the charge. So our electricity went off somewhere around midnight, and I hadn't charged my phone. I had left it in my purse. So when I woke up, it was only on like 40 something percent. And I needed to use the hotspot this morning because I had to go on the internet. So, these are little things that we take for granted and we don't pre-think and think through. So just want to give y'all some tips and pointers of that nature. Anybody else have any ideas or tips that we can use to help us all out in these crazy times? Yeah, because it's important. Gwendolyn said, please post that device name. I'm gonna do you one better, girl. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. How that go? How you like me now? Let's see. It is called this. And by the way, if you go on Amazon right now and get it, and if you are a Prime member, you can actually get a 30% discount. Thank you very much. And so that's always a good thing. So I'm going to put, that's the name of it. Just put it in the chat, and I'm going to put the link in here too. Let me get that for y'all, because this is a bad little device right here. Okay. And I also did my comparison shopping. I went to Costco, put it in to see if they had it. And the ones that they have popped up, they're not like this bad boy. This is like the Cadillac, the Rolls Royce of tiny little devices. It's about the size of a lunch pail. That's how Burton described it, and I like that. And I also went to Best Buy to see if it would show up there. And this particular one, they didn't have anything quite this good. There were some that had less amps, less volts, less liters and of the gas and all of that it could actually do. So just want to say that. Okay. So I'm having some deliveries done, so y'all forgive me. I am multitasking. Y'all know me. So tell me, what have y'all been doing over the holiday season? I know that we are in a whole brand new year. Oh my gosh, Susan says there's 6 left. Y'all better get on it. Get on it, doggone it. There are only 6 left. So I'm happy that I told y'all about those, because they're really a good deal. Now, prayerfully, this will not be a thing past Friday. But if indeed it is, and if we ever run into any kind of situation again where the electricity is off, or you somewhere and your car needs, your tires need to get a little air in them, or your battery is not behaving well, you will have what you need to take care of that little situation. Also, want to shout out my dear sister friend, bestie, Chantel Denise Steinreich, but Chantel Denise to most, who has written a book. Her book came out in, I believe it was November. I want to say November, maybe beginning of December. Um, Maybe it's even October. You can get it on Amazon. I'm gonna put that in the chat too for y'all because my girl has done it. She wrote this book. It is called Unblock Me. And if you have found that you are blocked in any area of your life, mindset, if your trauma is acting up on you and getting in your way, you can get this book by Miss Chantel Denise, and you can get it on Kindle, as well as you can get it in paperback now. And I'm going to put that link in there for y'all too. And get her book. Please support my sister. I am actually, look, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, because I got a message saying that my flight could have some delays because I am going to Austin this weekend for her book signing. And so that is very exciting. And I'm so proud of Chantel Denise. Chantel has moved out of Los Angeles, where she was killing the game, moved to Texas, settled in, and is taking Texas by storm. So I always am proud of my girls when they do what they say they are going to do. And Chantel Denise said she was going to write this book, and she did it. And I'm inspired because I have been writing a book for several years now, and we actually went away together to write. And Chantel Denise got it done. She got the doggone thing done, y'all. She finished it. And so I love that. I love that. So there it is by Chantel Denise. I think I got to do that link again because I think it is kind of connected to her name and it may not go right. So I'm going to put that up there. Hey, Connie Soror. There she is. Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, all the way from South Carolina. And tell Bubba he needs to be on the show around the end of the month. So tell him I'll be calling him. So there is my girl's book. Y'all just click that link right there and purchase Unblock Me by Chantel Denise. Go ahead and grab a hold of that. And go ahead and get that book, y'all. I'm going to leave it there for a couple more minutes for you all to be able to go in and get that book and support my sister, because it's an amazing thing when you start something and you complete. I love that. And that is a beautiful thing. And so I'm really proud of my girl, and I want to shout her out in the most amazing way. So get that book. You can always go back here to the chat and grab a hold of that link. So listen, y'all, I'm not going to stay on too long. As I said, I just wanted to come on and let you all know what's happening here in California. Ask for your prayers for myself and my family, as well as the countless families, as I mentioned before, who have lost family members. There have been some deaths to this fire situation, and people who have lost their homes. People have been evacuated. People have just been disrupted, like those of us who don't have power. It's funny how you get so accustomed, and we're so spoiled in California and throughout the world, that we forget how blessed we really are. And so I just also want to encourage y'all to take a minute and remember just how blessed we are, and just how God is so all over our lives and making things happen for us. And we have to take pause during these times where things are not as lovely and beautiful, but we must not forget that He is always in and through everything. So as we encounter this disruption of our regular lives, we also have to be sure to take care of our mental selves and our mental wellness. And so if you have been out here in these fires and you are encountering, things that are hard, and that are disruptive, and that just you have not that you don't encounter in your daily life. There are things that can leave us sad and depressed and anxious and all of those things. And we have to remember um, that when things like that happen, that we get to take pause. We get to take care of ourselves. So I would be remiss as a therapist if I did not say, if you are experiencing any of that, please do not hesitate to call us here at Living Loved Pathways to Holistic Healing, or at the WJB Center for Cultural Affirmation. Oh my gosh, I would be so remiss if I did not mention this amazing new development. Um, so when one door, how do they say it? When one door closes, another door opens. And recently, unfortunately, the San Fernando Valley Counseling Center, which I had shouted out to you all several times, I've talked about it, and I was the clinical director there. And we recently had to close the doors. And sadly, we had to close the doors after 41 years, y'all. They were around for 41 years. And funding, which is always, can always be an issue. Funding was not there anymore, and we had to close the doors. Well, because we had trainees who I had trained, and another group who I was supporting, who many of them were graduating in December and January. So that in that way, the timing was good, because our wonderful clinical supervisors agreed to stay on as volunteers until they have completed all of their hours. But we had a group of 3 that went through a training with me from July to September, and who just started accruing hours. And so what we were able to do is transfer them over to the William Joseph Brinkley Center for Cultural Affirmation, and they will be able to finish their training with me at the WJB Center. They will be able to provide low-cost therapy in the community. And so if you know someone who needs to have some therapeutic services, but they do not have insurance, they do not have discretionary income, and have thought that they were out of the running for the opportunity to have therapy because they could not afford it, please have them call us at the WJB Center. And I'll put the phone number in the chat. The websites will be going up in just a second. And they can obtain low-cost therapy. Now, these are therapists who are learning the trade. So they'll be helping these therapists as they help themselves, and as they get help themselves. And I'm really excited because this allows WJB Center to create another program, another platform. And so we are asking for donations. You can go to the website, and you can provide us with donations, because we want to provide parking for the people who come to see us. That gets very expensive. So we want to be able to validate for low income families and individuals who come to therapy. So funds will be used for that. Funds will be used to pay for the parking for our trainees, because most of them are in school and not working full time, and are not making an income that can sustain them. And so I like to provide parking for them, but I also provide parking for my employees who actually are working for, one works for WJB and the other works for Living Loved. And so we need extra funding for that. So please help us out, because we are providing a service to the community, and we are very excited to be able to do that. So the way that you can connect with us, to leave a donation, you can leave a donation directly on the website at www.wjbcenter.com. If you need coaching, you can reach out to me at livinglovedcoaching.com. And my coaching is for performance. I'm a transformational performance coach. So if you're not performing at the optimal levels in your life that you know God designed you to perform at, holla at your girl. If you need some clinical therapy, we provide that at livinglovedhealing.org. And I have therapists and therapist trainees who are here to serve you. And if you know people, once again, who need low cost, low income folks who need help and who need an extra leg up and a little bit of a boost, then please have them reach out to us. And they can find us through that website. I won't post the number because that'll just get confusing, but they can reach out to us on the website. And we have some amazing therapists ready to help out. So y'all, I'm so glad to see you tonight. Thank you for tuning in, for stopping by, and for delivering some love to us this evening. And please, we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be all set up and electricity will be running and everything will be well. California will be back, no longer be on fire, and be back to recovering from this tragic time that we are enduring right now. But y'all know what the good book says. It says that trouble may come, but joy will come in the morning. So we're just holding out through the night for the joy that comes in the morning. I love you all. This is your girl, Shawn LeRae, and I just want to say shalom, y'all, and live loved. See you next week, hopefully. Peace.
Boss Talk. It's time for Boss Talk.
One of a kind.